I feel I need to do a Star Trek joke to get you back. Because I don't know
I can't believe
relate
you.
to this angst.
You told these people everything about Dan. Now I see why Larry David fuck with you.
Yeah. No,
Well,
I want to tell you something. People think I'm an easy mark, but I got sued by this guy, and I didn't get bullied. I didn't get bullied with the guy with the restraining order. I pushed him away. And
What
I
happened
took him,
with the end of that?
And he, to give him credit, he didn't know it was illegal what he was doing.
Okay.
To threaten you and intimidate you?
To bang on my door, leave notes, and say, "Let's go on Dr. Drew."
So when you say restraining order,
we went to court.
Did you file it or did he file it?
This is the funny thing. I filed a restraining order. Some friends served him. And then a few days later, he serves me with one, saying, I can't go near him because I'm threatening him. So I go, wait, so I could get arrested if I'm in my own hallway where he lurks? If he gets this restraining order?
You're describing Cape Fear, I think.
Yes.
It's like competing radiuses.
You know, I don't know. Did anyone ever file for a restraining order? That room you go to downtown? No.
I feel like there's probably two people at least in the room that have.
It was
but
weird because
probably,
there's all different types, right?
It's probably
all
not a fun situation. They want to
minorities, all different people, rich, poor, and then there was.
Wait, we had one hand up. Did you raise it because would you be willing to talk about your restraining order? Okay, would you like to come up, please? See, that's how you do it.
Happy Memorial Day.
And you had to go to a place downtown where you wait with all the people?
I was a minor at the time.
Oh, what happened?
Well,
Check. I was told if you're listening to the live free Wednesday podcast and my mic was bad for the first half of the show, we've replaced it.
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
I've seen Breaking Bad.
So my dad was like a Jewish Walter White.
Can you? Sorry, what's your name, sir?
Whoa. Ori.
Ori? Can you like for more than you think? Like, keep the mic like kissy distance.
Wait, your father was a Jewish anything?
Yeah.
No. You got to turn your head and the microphone at the same
It's
time.
not really working too well.
You had one job I gave you.
One job.
You think I'm sitting like this because I'm comfortable?
So yeah, my
mom. A Jewish Walter White. In what way?
Well, he sold crystal meth and women.
Wow.
Welcome to the newest guest of Harmontown. He'll be comptrolling from now on.
Was he a chemistry teacher?
No, he was a car stereo and alarm salesman. So he went from pimping cars to pimping women.
You don't hear Jews as pimps.
Well, yeah, I know.
No, I'm Hitler. I'm making fun of a Jewish pimp.
I'm just so distracted by the math in my head. He sold crystal meth and women, so he had both.
Yeah.
And he wasn't done?
Well, I mean,
Don't forget car stereos.
I mean...
Oh, okay. So this guy really craved car stereos and could never get them.
I mean, his trinity was he would get hookers to sell crystal meth to guys.
Oh, you ain't got to tell us.
And then they would fuck the guys and then do the meth. And then when the job was all done, they'd smoke the meth, and then the meth would make them clean, so then everything would be spotless.
Wait,
the meth would make them clean?
Well, you know, because meth makes you all like...
Clean like a maid.
Oh, clean the house.
Yeah.
You were about to buy a shit ton of meth. You're like, meth can make me clean? I would like to try some meth. I'm so dirty.
Just got to get that colonic.
Oh my God, yeah. So, by the way, Levy is obsessed with colonics.
I am not obsessed.
He keeps asking me to get one because he wants to. I was driving the car the other day, and I go, Levy, I order you to check out getting a colonic for me. And he was like, really? Okay. I know what's happening.
I'm
here.
more curious, like, if I actually got one,
would it feel good? You should be allowed to be curious about that.
I think, for me, like, I would only do it if that meant you absolutely had to do it.
It would. We support you.
I don't want to do it.
What do you mean you don't want to do it? You keep bringing it up.
We want you to try
But
stuff.
can we get back to hookers and meth and car stereos? I'm trying to learn something in this motherfucker.
Well, now he runs a rehab center off of Melrose.
Okay, so what did you, now he runs? I don't care about him cleaning himself the fuck up. I want to know, what was your restraining order for?
Because he was doing like a lot of meth, and that's not good for like a grown child.
So how old were you at the time?
I was like 16.
So did you have to go to the police department
No,
yourself?
I was a minor. My mom had to go because the
Okay.
DEA came into our house and they were like, "Hey, your dad's doing some shit."
Why do you need a restraining order if the DEA has already taken him away?
Oh
Does
no,
he
they
get
were
out
looking
and shit?
for him.
Okay.
Oh, and he may come back.
Yeah.
Is that a friend of yours or one of your dad's bodyguards?
No, I have no idea who that is.
We just got killed by a Sicario.
And what ended up happening to him in your relationship with him?
That's why I'm back in LA. I kind of came back to work out on a relationship with him.
Is
Oh,
he?
you
has
should
he
have him on the show.
I would if there was a story we thought we could track that would be worth clicks.
Yeah,
no, but is he?
possibly.
What has changed? Has there been an arc in terms of you or him? Like,
I mean, basically, like from when I was a kid, like 16, like it all started happening, and then like slowly but surely, I found out like what he was doing. He was in jail. He was a kingpin, all that stuff.
Kingpin.
Yeah.
Jewish king.
See this? That was made for me in jail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So,
Did you-
so he
did you just
made
touch
things
it?
for you in jail.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
but you're saying what's changed is the experience has humanized you. That you at 16, it was so volcanic.
Yeah, it was
your instincts
traumatizing at that age. And
You
then
got out of there
eventually-
because you're a survivor.
Yeah.
And as an adult, can I ask how old you are?
I'm 25 now, yeah.
Okay, so I can ask how old you are,
Yeah.
you young prick. Of course,
And he's
I
got
can.
weed in his pocket. I know.
But as a functioning adult, this is very admirable. 25, I'd still be paying my rent off my anger at my dad.
I mean, it's you know, he's paying adult child support basically.
You're looking back and you're going like, but who's the guy? Is he in jail now?
No, now he's running a rehab center off of Melrose, helping like other Jewish and adult people like get off the streets.
There's so many Jewish kingpins.
I like the placement of the "and" there, though. Other Jewish and adult people off the street. So if you're Jewish, you could be a third trimester fetus.
And addicted to crack.
Right. So that sounds like I didn't want to force that narrative where it's like, so he's clean now, so it's time to repair. But it sounds like he is clean.
Yeah,
because he's running a
clean.
rehab
Yeah,
center.
he runs a rehab center.
So it's
now.
time to revisit it. And all right, yeah, well, no, let's have him on. Let's tell him your podcast wants to talk about fathers and sons and
For sure,
and
yeah.
all that shit if he wants to come on for sure.
For sure.
What about my stained glass company? Well, it's not very interesting. No, I think that's who am I arguing with in my head? Why do I always sound like I'm defending myself? Who's attacking me? My girlfriend woke up this morning and she went, "Oh, baby," and I went, "What? What now?" And she went, "I have a headache," and I went, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I am so fucking ready for women to attack me in the morning. Like, what am I, a fucking like weird cyborg? Like that was. So I have so much neurological work to do. Do you believe in neuroplasticity, Fred?
I never heard of it, but now I do believe in
It's
it.
when your brain can change throughout time.
No, late in life I got into weed because I do believe that, and I tried mushrooms and it didn't work, but I believe things
It
could
didn't
be
work
better.
like nothing happened?
Yeah.
Well, yes and no. Do you want to hear the story?
Yeah.
Or are you running late?
Is Larry David in it? No wrong answers, but
All right, I'll try to make a long story short. I got into edibles, and I like them because I have revelations, where something hits you, and it's like in a visual, and wow! And I had a breakthrough, and now I won't go back. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
And I love that. Someone goes, "You really get that on mushrooms."
right.
All right, I want to.
So you always craved that. See, this is an important thing. I want to be like a commentary track that is not. I'm opening the cut. I feel an energy from you when I interrupt you and do my prattling that you're like, Jesus Christ, he's talking and I'm on a fucking track. And earlier you said,
no, I love Duncan
I want to get
Trussell.
back to that thing
Duncan
so that I can
Trussell.
get back to the thing I was talking
I
about.
love him.
All right, but
I'm trying to show I know stuff. Hey,
but you
over the garden wall.
I
was in that. All right.
You like the idea of like that.
Realizations, yes.
You don't have anxiety about a bad trip or anything like that?
I've had paranoia, but, well, it's like anything. It's like if you're in a very bad state, it's going to compound at 1,000%, like the loneliness, the isolation. So I'm smart enough.
I got dumped on acid once.
By your dad?
No, by a girl.
By your dad.
It was very confusing at the time.
Yes.
This is something that no one would ever assume about you, though. I guarantee you that. Because the average person...
I think I'm so neurotic about it.
The average person doesn't do ayahuasca or mushrooms because of the Fred Stoller voice inside of them. So to find out that Fred Stoller, who has that voice,
didn't work.
is like, I'll do it. I just don't know how to get it. For
what happened?
Do you buy it at a store? How do you park there? What do you know?
Well,
how do you keep people from judging you when you're trying to buy ayahuasca?
Again, being the old guy in the 80s, the few times I did weed, the Fred Stoller neurotic guy, my throat hurts for 3 weeks, my sore throat, I'm dizzy, and I don't like alcohol because of the Fred Stoller neurotic guy. I wake up dry mouth 3 hours later, I'm doing an impression of myself, I'm nauseous, I don't like it. So I thought weed was like Cheech and Chong, hey man, did you move the car? No, I forgot. I go, I don't want that. So, Brian Posehn, hey, man, hey, I like comic books, yeah, I'm a stoner, So that's what I thought weed is, hey, yeah.
Just from your observation of other people from the outside, you're like, I don't want to be like that on the inside, but you found out.
But then I found out someone said it opens your mind. So it's got more sophisticated. I think in the 80s when I tried it once or twice, it was just anything. And smoking, like I said, sore throat, paranoia. But then, you see on the news, the legalization.
Strains. There's actually different strains.
Cancer,
and,
yes.
Yeah.
And someone said it opens your mind. So, and then I listened to Sam Harris, who, not the guy who, no, you know who he is. And he's saying, I read the book on tape, one of his, that he's got daughters. He goes, I wouldn't like if they did, I'd be concerned if they did meth or crack, but I would want them to try. It opens your mind. And I started thinking about it. So, and I then did some edibles, and I'd have things where I think I have a funny idea, they never make sense, but I really felt, and I even would meditate. So you have a breakthrough where it's a visualization where you got something, and once you got it, I can't go back to what that was. So someone said mushrooms is better, and it wasn't.
Mushrooms is it wasn't.
No,
it didn't work on you. Come on, something happened. You took mushrooms. Okay, tell us a story. Sorry, that's your Ori.
Okay.
Yeah. Just checking if I remember the name.
Someone very sweet.
Just buckle up. The lights are warmer up here.
Oh, good.
A very sweet woman who I don't want to put down. She reached out. She has a boyfriend, but she's seen me on things. Hey, you're an interesting character, and I like you. Not like me that way, but she said, and she saw me on some podcast talking about weed. And no, she does weed, so she met me and she got me a $40 top joint thing, and
she saw you on the podcast,
like Doug Loves Movies or the thing where you smoke or whatever.
Excellent.
No, I didn't do Doug Loves Movies.
A lot of podcasts have live video feeds now for $5 a month. You can subscribe.
Is there one that you might know of offhand?
Yeah, the one where you smoke weed. I
Yes.
did that one with Doug Benson. And again, that's another guy. You don't think of him as breakthroughs, like, So, but she goes, talking about that. I go, I'd like to do mushrooms, but how do you do it? She goes, I'll get you some. We'll do it. And
can I interrupt here?
Yes.
She's local. She's in your life physically, or are you connected with her online? Is it
She
both?
sought me out through Twitter or whatever the hell, but
Dark
it wasn't
web.
like a catfish because we had mutual friends, so it wasn't so psychotic.
Well, I wasn't thinking. I just want to know, like, is she a person? Like, because I'm trying to figure out, like,
Who she is?
no, God, no. No, I'm trying to figure out how much of this was like your anxiety was mitigated by, like, this is a
I felt
person that
very
you were
trusting
interested in
and
that was
familiar.
drawing you in. That was saying like she trust you.
I trusted
you
her.
trusted her
Totally.
and this is how you met her. But you met her online. But then you were going to meet her. Maybe
Yes,
to
we
do the
met and
mushrooms?
she had the joint, and I just, we talked, and I said I never did that. I'm curious. And I had a birthday a few months ago where I'm tired of every birthday you sit around with 8 friends, yeah, my friends, and the check comes. I want to do something adventuresome. So,
Check comes.
so I said, I want to do mushrooms. And so then there's a
That's your description of a birthday? I mean, by no means do I claim that birthdays are fun, but your description of a birthday
it gets more
would
ridiculous.
make Vonnegut kill himself.
yes.
You sit around a table.
Well, it's always the same
7
8
to 8
people.
friends.
The
You
same-
go, yay, I'm older. The check
Yes.
comes.
And everyone's dipping it up.
You sound like
Oh.
the way a rock would describe DNA. Like, oh, yeah, you shape yourself different, then you reproduce.
It's always the same restaurant, and it's the same 8 people. They're all very nice, and
All
I'm
right.
always alone.
Tiramisu.
And and no significant other. So basically, I said I want to do something crazy, And so there's another female comedian who once in a while she heard about the edibles. She goes, "Let's do edibles." She texts me, and I go, "Well, I want to try mushrooms." "Yeah, let's do that." And so I wanted to bring her there. So it's 3 of us. Just, I don't want to be uncomfortable and, be sexual. I don't know. I thought it's like ecstasy. You're kissing and,
Which
so-
ecstasy isn't, just so you know.
Okay.
Like I just did it with I haven't done it with it's
Yeah.
That was one of the. that was one of
ecstasy
the-
is like synthetic mushrooms.
All right, now I'm
it's like
big-
mushrooms
You
with
got
a
the
salary
wrong
cap.
ecstasy.
Is this being homophobic if I say I was afraid to do mushrooms with a friend because I thought, you start making out with a guy, everyone said.
Right.
You make out with whoever you're with. Well, no,
But
not
you
that
weren't
guy.
okay. Well, so I don't want
right, I'm
to.
That's poppers.
too much.
I don't want to scare. But you say so. There what? It's like. But you weren't afraid. Here, let me show.
All right, I'm a hypocrite, right?
me-
See where this is going?
No,
I wasn't afraid
where
with
would
2
you get
women.
that from?
All right.
I can't even. I
All
can't
right.
even finish my because of my self-loathing. I can't finish my question before you're answering with your self-loathing. I'm
Yes.
saying. Let me lay out like.
I was hoping the woman that has a girlfriend, maybe something with her.
When I was in my 20s, I think I probably, if anybody said. This is mushrooms. That's why I did mushrooms. That's why I did acid, because I was in my 20s. And when you're in your 20s, you're just like driving into trees because you're like, why can't I die? It's like people will just like hand you pizza and go like, this has been out for 3 days, and you're like, why not 4? Because you can't wait to feel pain, and
Yes.
you will someday. You
Yes.
will. I got food poisoning at one point in my 30s. I got like everything. I had bad trips in my 30s and stuff. But when I was in my 20s, which is that's when I feel like my roster of drugs that I was willing to do was completed, because it's like the map of the world. Here there be dragons and stuff. So it's like, okay, I'll never try heroin because I made it to 30 without doing heroin. Thank God. So now I'll never do it. So this is what but the fear, the Fred Stoller voice inside of me that would not want to do mushrooms wouldn't want to not do mushrooms because I'd be afraid of anything that would happen because of a successful mushroom trip.
Right.
It would be afraid of an unsuccessful
Right.
mushroom trip.
People reassured me. Okay, so this is what happened. The woman said, "I'll be a mushroom coach."
Okay.
I'm here
I was a
for you.
TripAdvisor. That's fun.
She goes, if you're freaking out, I'll take you
So
aside.
you've been told this drug represents such a threshold that
You need
the
a
worst
coach.
case scenario is women taking care of you.
Yes.
I'm starting to come around now. This is what I was seeking. Was like, I'm not judging you.
No,
I'm not,
please judge.
I'm like, you're still bolder than me because you're outside of your. The fact that the story starts with you saying, "I want to try mushrooms," like I just wouldn't have done it. Like I would have looked for.
Well, again, I like the realizations. I'm very into like meditating and Duncan Trussell again got me into Ramdas and all this stuff. So
Ramdas ain't no joke.
yeah,
It's a
you know
runner.
who he is?
You willed
Do you know
a
who
runner.
he is?
He ain't no. I know who he is. He ain't no joke, bro.
Like the way you
Ramdas
know,
ain't to be fucked with.
as much as you know about my book.
You can go
And-
back 2 episodes and he seeds Ramdas ain't no joke as a runner for no seeming reason. You're a time traveler, aren't you? You set yourself up for a callback. You're Marty McFly.
The reason I do.
Ramdas ain't no joke made no sense back then. And now it's a callback. Everyone go back. Everyone
it.
stop listening to this episode. Go back 2 episodes. He said Ramdas ain't no joke in this weird voice. All right.
I bought it though.
I'm getting drunk. Sorry.
No. The reason I'm doing it later in life is I don't have any guilt. I fucked around my 20s, 30s, 40s, my 50s. It's like, I tried my hardest to meet women and write and do the career.
And you made it to now visit. You look fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
That's layering in why I was mentioning that.
Yeah, no,
You
it's-
have the American dream. You may as well fucking put
Yeah.
your dick under a bulldozer.
When an edible works right, I feel I could be in Hawaii when I'm lying in my bed.
It's time to find out you're into anything.
Yes.
Now,
So-
was it a tea? She make a tea?
No.
How did
So what
she
she
do it?
did was all right. So this is what I thought. They said you can't do mushrooms in your apartment. You got to be on the beach and beautiful in Malibu. So I said, but so she said you got to get a room. So I rented a room, and that way we could go out, come back in, sleep to the morning, wake up. So I spend my money, and I'm not that rich, on a place in Malibu for the night. And she goes, okay, I'm your mushroom coach if it gets too much, and this, and so me, her, and the third very nice woman, we go to check into the hotel, and it's like that candy wrap you wrap it in, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, the taffy. Does anyone know?
Cellophane wrap?
You're just describing
No,
cellophane?
food. But it's like
Saran
that.
wrap?
Oh, they make a
Not saran,
mushroom.
but-
They made like a mushroom taffy.
Yes. So right away I'm going, something's off because I'm eating it, no problem. She said, yeah, this tastes like shit, the mushroom coach is saying. So then we go across the street to Malibu. And right away it hits her, and she's lying in the sand, and I'm picking her up, and this is the coach, and this guy. The only thing that hit me, I was paranoid. The guy who owned the house was Martin Sheen, because I know he lives in Malibu, and he's looking. There's a girl lying in the sand because I'm going to throw up, and he's on the phone. I go, you got to get out of here. So I'm not really feeling anything.
I'm sorry. The track, Martin Sheen, is that just something that leaped into your head because
Yes,
you know he lives
maybe
in
I was a
Malibu?
little
Okay.
paranoid. That's the only paranoia.
All right, he wasn't there. 'Cause it could have been. I don't know if you were like the only one I knew was Martin Sheen, and he's there, and he's on the
No,
phone.
but I know he
you're
lives
saying
in
you're
Malibu.
imagining in your head Martin
Yes.
Sheen is looking
Yes,
down
and
at.
no, but it was a guy
I think
picking
that
up
might
a
be
phone.
Fred Stoller.
Picking up a phone is a woman constantly turning in the sand, and I'm trying to lift her up. So the other woman ran off to get water. She said she's going to throw up. So then I think I did it for fun. I pretended we were like D-Day on the beach, and she was a wounded soldier, and I have to get her back to the hotel. So she's the coach, and I'm escorting her, and we're just taking her, and then all of a sudden I start narrating it, because I go, people are walking by, I go, look at these people. They have houses and lives and their dogs and their kids. And I'm the 59-year-old guy with 2 women trying mushrooms on my birthday. And I'm saying that out loud and people are walking. So then, there's a tunnel that goes from the beach to, in Malibu to this. So she couldn't take it anymore. She's going to throw up, and she's worthing. Is that the word, on the floor, and then this guy comes by with his family, goes, what's wrong? And I go, oh, she got nauseous looking at the water. And he goes,
She got
and he was a
seasick
black
on the
guy, and that
beach.
has nothing to do with the story, but I have to say it. He goes, don't go on a cruise then, and gave us some advice. Don't go on the cruises.
You can do the voice.
Okay. And yes.
I missed that. You're way back. By the way, he's a black. Yeah, do the because that's the punchline of the story.
Don't go on no cruises. And
right. That's not your black guy voice.
That's not a good
Okay.
voice. So
can I do it? I'll do it.
yeah.
Don't go on a cruise then, motherfucker. I don't know.
Which you get.
I don't know.
He was being
Ridiculous.
helpful.
I assumed
he wasn't
that he
mad.
grew up
He wasn't
in
Mr.
Pittsburgh.
T.
I was trying to make a shady spot so that he could have a picnic.
Well, you,
I thought I'd take the hit. I thought I'd create a racist canopy so that he could be like, here's what he really sounded like. I'd be like, that's great.
like the waves in Malibu is so crazy. You look at them, you can't walk. You know, you have to have two people escort you. So then I forgot this part. The mushroom coach gave good advice. If you need to have a bowel movement, do it before it kicks in. So that was the neurotic Jew in me, Andy Kindler. Oh, I gotta make, and did I not go?
Is that just because taking a shit on mushrooms will make you feel like you're the universe's asshole? Or? I'm trying to figure out why that is.
I
love that that's a documented. That's like. But by the way, that's just clean. It's like throw the grenade, not the pin. Yeah. Take a shit
before the
mushrooms kick in. Otherwise,
I guess I understand that because you
your
know what,
turd
the
will be
distraction
infinite.
of having to go and you're tripping, it won't work. I don't know. So then she goes, I got to shit. I got to throw up. So here she gave the advice. So she goes, get me back to the room. So she goes, so get out. I need the room. So we leave her there, and she's, probably doing what she's got to do. And then the phone battery died. I go to charge it. Get out of here. Stone, open the fucking light. And so we had to stand by the door.
Wait, sorry, no, you got to back up because something shifted there.
I'm with you the entire way.
There's people attacking you now. I don't know.
I would try to come in the hotel room I paid for to charge my battery.
Right.
Okay. And she goes, get the fuck out of here.
Who said that?
The mushroom coach.
The mushroom coach.
Now known as the Deuce Dropper.
Yes.
Oh, because she didn't want. Because
she was freaking out.
Okay.
What about the other
She
girl?
was freaking out. She was okay. We were both like, we didn't know it was getting dark and chilly, and we're standing outside the door, and we're not allowed in. So we couldn't. I guess it didn't work because we were like, we got to save the coach, and so I didn't have any. The only realization I had was the comedian I was with. I go, you look like Bonnie McFarlane. I would never realize that.
It's a realization.
Yes, that was the only thing that I realized.
And it was Bonnie McFarlane.
But you did live through, although no one would pay money for this, the experience of, what would I do if I was in charge of a person that I thought was supposed to be in charge of me?
Yes.
That's a fucking valuable experience.
No, I felt very proud and machismo.
It's not birthday valuable. Like, I would have you have a better birthday.
No, and I have to say she's a sweet woman, and she was very ashamed. And so the woman, the other woman who was okay, she has a girlfriend that said, get down to wherever she lives. Where does Ray Donovan take place near Malibu? I forgot.
In a world where secrecy is your last option. I don't know.
So her girlfriend kept saying, get over here, and she didn't want to let her know she was stoned. She goes, I'm at a birthday party, and she didn't believe her, so we had to go to a restaurant and take pictures pretending.
I gotcha. I think the beginnings of your stories have packets of information in them that I miss because I'm an afterglow from your last story.
Right.
So I think that's what it is, because you change locations and casts.
Yes, I was trying to say it was so crazy that the other woman, we were outside the door, afraid to go in, because she kept screaming, "Get out of here! I'm freaking out."
I just want to lay there.
Yes.
She didn't want to be with anybody while she was freaking out on mushrooms.
Yeah, that's weird.
I always make it everyone else's problem.
Right.
If I'm having a single issue with anything, society is the first place I go. Wipe my ass on everything. That's why the election made me so upset. I'm like, I'm alone. I can't wipe my ass on anybody. They're all wiping their ass on each other. I was like, this is fucked up. I didn't mean to bring it back to that.
No, so that was the mushrooms on my birthday.
So you never tried mushrooms again?
No.
But
I'd like to.
What about acid?
my bad mushroom trips are like when you have bad mushrooms, I got a pain in my neck, and I thought I looked in a mirror and I thought I was a walrus, and I like they're kind of like bad mushrooms, and so it's like it's basically like acid, but so there's still a psilocybin. I'll get it eventually. we'll edit it back in when we do the bad mic pass. But yeah, psilocybin.
Yeah.
Is that in acid or is that just a mushroom?
No, acid's lysergic.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
dioxide.
Okay.
Lysergic acid.
So mushrooms, they've researched. I guess I want to urge you, because you're fucking bold and badass, and a guy that says it's my 59th birthday, let's do mushrooms. Please do them again. I think you'll enjoy them very much.
What about acid? Do acid.
If people are microdosing now,
Microdose. If you're going to
Microdose.
Yeah,
microdose,
it's so good that his father's rehab center is doing. Do acid.
Don't do meth. Do acid.
Yeah, he's really become his father in his bad years. Do acid.
I mean, my dad's a Jew. Hoffman was a Jew. We're all Jews.
No, I'm not looking to do anything ridiculous, but I like expanding the mind.
have you done ecstasy, MDMA?
No.
That's really easy. Like
Yeah,
that,
that's a fun
that
one.
kind of can't go wrong. If the kids are listening,
I was scared that I would do harm to my cat.
by over petting
cat.
it.
Like, you won't know.
Just pet him bone dry.
All right.
The cat's like, Jesus Christ, you have my number. You have the job. You give me food. I don't know what you ate tonight, but I was already at an equilibrium spot. We had a business going here. I miss my cat so much. I miss that kind of affection, the
Oh my
kind
God!
you can't fucking buy.
I lost two. One was 18, one was 19, and I wasn't going to get another. But someone got one from a shelter, and the other cat wasn't getting along. So I'm glad it happened. I mean, yeah, the cat is the.
I love my dogs, but I can't believe I got dogs. And I sit with them, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "It's called nothing." You're supposed to enjoy it. They're like, just throw the thing. I'm like, if I throw it, you'll just bring it back.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I will. No, they're not like, yeah. Because if they were like, yeah, then it'd be sentient. But they're like, no, throw it.
damn.
And I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm from the future. Because my brain's bigger than a peanut. You're just gonna keep bringing it back, and I'm telling you that you're never gonna understand this as a species. It never gets any better than sitting under a tree, grooming another monkey, and waiting to die. And if a spotted leopard comes around, you go, and you all go to safety until the spotted leopard's gone. And that is where humans started fucking up, because we had nailed it. And then one was like, what if a spaceship? And we were like, you're great, Carl. But Carl's not bad either, because those chimps are gonna die anyway. I'm sorry. I harp on this a lot. Like I
saw
think
the documentary of Coco, the sign languaging gorilla, with my friend who was so cynical, going, there's all these theories. Coco didn't really know sign language. He's just copying, and really bothered me. You know what
your
Coco
friend
is?
bothered you, or
My friend bothered me that
he had to that
She was
his
disputing
cosmology
Coco.
was so specific that it was important to him that Coco not know sign language.
Coco's full of shit. Doesn't really sign.
That's really. I find myself wondering that all the time. Like when you're really with somebody and you're like, wait, what's with the pushback at this point?
Yes.
You know,
like we gotta
let's examine this. It's like
examine
a chiropractor.
Coco, and they had a 30-year scam that Coco was just copying, not really signing.
It's not even like I'm open to finding out that Coco's full of shit. Like I'm totally open to it. I find it weird when you meet the guy that's like, Coco's full of shit. And I know it. It's not a tested hypothesis. It's just a strong belief. Like, okay, so you're like the guy in Awakenings, but if you wanted monkeys to not talk, like it's weird to have that strong an opinion, given that there's no stakes to being proven right.
Right.
The only thing that happens if you're proven right is
They got a documentary about Coco. Is what
like
they
the
got.
global. Like remember, do you know Pat Sajak was like a global warming guy? Like Pat, that bummed me out so much. Like politics and the internet ruin everything. Turns out Pat Sajak is a global warming denier.
Oh, wow.
And like his tweets at a certain point were like, Follow the money. Follow the follow the money. Global warming. Yes. There's someone right now. Someone is making $1 billion by you believing the world is getting hotter. That's it's like a cartoon or a game show where people spell common phrases. So disappointing. You want Pat Sajak to walk off screen off a Wheel of Fortune. You want him to slide down a pole into like a den with a bear rug.
With a martini.
And solve crimes or something that are based on rudimentary English. Like or just enjoy his life. I don't care if he jerks off in a bowl and drinks it. Like I want him to be happy. I want someone to affirm the myth of retirement to me. Why is it the higher you look, the less happy everybody is? Like what are these guys? Oh, Rupert Firemoon died today. He had 95 divorces. His face was a scowl. He owned 900,000 newspapers. He could tell 3 countries what to think, but it was no one ever saw him smile, and he died. Like where does it go? Where does David Hasselhoff was Knight Rider? He can't stop drinking long enough to go.
Well,
I was Knight Rider.
I thought he had the rights for the Baywatch he bought. I thought he made a lot of money.
I don't care about him. Because I'm looking for one person to show me the path. Because otherwise, it's me. I'm going like, okay, so I have to sit in my bed and I have to like just jerk off on my girlfriend, and watch Star Trek.
You don't have to.
No, I'm saying if I want to win the game of life, the way I have to do it is not owning 9 airplanes. It is like exactly what I have right now. And then you go, okay, so now I wait to die. That's not fun. I don't want to
No.
Could I
expand your horizons.
It's because Fred Stoller's like, let me do mushrooms. I want to, okay.